Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here. Today we're going to do a deck review, flip through, and a pull at the end of The Beloved Dead Oracle by Carrie Paris and Tina Hardt. Okay, so this is a slightly different oracle than I'm used to working with, and I'm excited to kind of try it. I absolutely love what's on the cover of the guidebook and the image there, the look on her face. So I'll just go ahead and show you all the packaging and do a flip through the cards in the book as well, and then we'll just pull at the end. Okay, so you got this wonderful box. It's nice and big, detailing exactly what this deck's about. Okay, it comes with 82 cards and 144-page full-color guidebook, so it's a lot of cards. Okay, they're tarot size, so they're still pretty manageable. A little bit bigger than a standard tarot deck. And then the box itself has the magnetic open flap. Okay, so it opens like a book. Okay, and inside it has a space and the ribbon for your cards, and then you can put the book on top. Okay, just like that. All right, love it. I love that snap. It's a rather large size, but the deck itself is not large. Okay, it's just because the book is large. Okay, so we'll go ahead and go through the book and then do the flip through. All right, now this deck actually has multiple things going on for it. Okay, so it gives you the table of contents and how to begin and how to work with the deck. Okay, and then you have the first card is actually, let me find that section here. You have two sections. You have the active love section and the beloved dead section. You have one spirit throne card, so it's like a main card to throw out, but you could easily probably incorporate it in a reading. And then you have a Ouija card, okay, as well at the end. 10 active love cards and 69 beloved dead cards, okay. The spirit throne card, think of it as a special staging card, the majestic spirit throne. It isn't one of the family oracle cards. It's unique and has its own purpose. It's meant to be used as a seat of honor, a sacred space within which to hold counsel. You can use the Spirit Throne card to call upon your ancestors, to invite them for conversation, to connect with a particular spirit, and as a beginning or ending card to open or close ritual work. Okay. You could also use it as an identifier of an action as well, I'm noticing. Okay. The active love cards, these 10 cards, are your special forces team. They are the oracles of acts of love. These cards represent energetic transactions, okay? And choices that once made become your alchemy, turning baser instincts into gold, okay? They can represent an individual, an energetic imprint, or an ancestor, okay? They have the potential to release pain and shift unconscious drivers that throw you out of alignment, okay? Then you have the beloved, and it keeps going. Then you have the beloved dead cards, which are our esteemed family of radiant souls. They will have a lot to say about your day-to-day interactions, personal dynamics, and experience of life. Each card will feature a character in a scene. The card is representative of the message from that scene. So when you ask your question, you connect with the card's energy and receive its celestial perspective. Okay, and there's more. So how to begin, you attune with the dead, this deck, okay? Get your energy all up in it. You could choose to do it the way they suggest, or do your own method if you like. And then you have the Spirit Throne card, and it tells you all about it, okay? About connecting, affirming, having a conversation. This could be an indication to start talking to your angels, okay? Or your ancestors at this time. And then it goes through the opening and closing. Then it goes through all the active love cards. And they show a full picture of the card, a quote, and then the actual meaning of the deck, the card itself, okay? So we'll just go through that. Let's see, hold on. They all say active love on the card themselves as well, in addition to the word. And then they have a spread for it if you want to divide it up, okay? If you want to work the spreads for that particular section. But I'm sure you could mix it up. Then you have the beloved dead cards, and they just have the single word on them. Like this one's absence, right? So it'll just say absence, and then the explanation of what it means, okay? And there's a lot of those suckers, so we'll just flip through quickly so you can see. They're all in alphabetical order. So it should be pretty easy to work with. And then the final card is the Ouija card, okay? And that's just an invocation, okay? So that could be also just something to kind of indicate an action as well. And then they have full spreads, okay? That you can choose to use, or you can freestyle it, all right? Work with your energy and how it flows for you, okay? Don't try to force it. Be au naturel as best as possible with your energy. Sometimes the spreads help if you're learning the deck, okay? Or if you are working a channel or a platform and you like to actually do individual pulls to learn the deck, like I do, you can do that as well. All these different spreads, I love it. And then at the very end, you learn about the authors, okay? So we'll set that book aside. We'll go ahead and make sure it's right side up. I love this deck because it's got the gilded edge. Gold gilded edge all the way around. It'll add some strength to the deck for you. Like I said earlier, it is a tarot size card. Pretty easy to work with. And that's the back side of each of the cards, okay? Pretty simple. You could read this in reverse if you needed to, all right? So go ahead and do a flip through. There's your Spirit Throne card. I will take it out of the deck for right now. Oh, and I can already feel it needs to be split apart better, but there's Spirit Throne. We have Active Love as is. So we're going to get through all the active loves. Come on now. There we go. Be you. Do nothing. Forgiveness and faith. Here and now. I just don't want the glare. Zero semi-gloss. Objectivity. Observation. Self-care. Self-preservation. Simple yes or no. And no could be reverse, right? Okay. Absence, starting off with the Beloved Dead section. Academic. Good for identifiers as well. Addiction. And these still have a bit of curl from the manufacture process, so I'll have to work that as I use the deck. It'll straighten itself out. Arcana. Attention. Okay, make sure it's not stuck together. Backstory. And we'll keep going. So you can see them all. That has multiple meanings. Maybe that could be an animal identifier as well as just someone being chicken. Not just liking chicken. Communication. Compass. Competition. And there's a bit of color. They're not all in black and white, so it may not show up on screen. It's my old technology here, but you do see hints of the stars being blue and, you know, maybe some of the peach shades as well. Sepia tones. Okay. Oh, all the different types of wings on them. That's great. Some look like birds or fairies or angels. Try and get them to unstick. Evermore. So as you can see, they're all in alphabetical order here. We're at the G's now. All right. This is a pretty loaded deck. I like it. We're now at the K's. The L's. The M's. Hey, there we go. Almost stuck to the one behind it. Skipping N and O. Right here's O. Now for P. We're more than halfway. That's great. Still in the P's. There's your book cover. The look on her face is so great. All right. Now we're into the R's. Come on. There we go. S's. T's. And we're skipping U and going straight to V. This back section I knew would be a little stuck. Now for the W's. Almost done. And no X, Y, or Z. Last one we have is the Ouija card as well. All right. So I'll just set those two aside, the Spirit Throne and the Ouija. And we'll go ahead and shuffle and see how it manipulates. It feels good. Doesn't feel like it's too thick or anything. You can't do reversals, it seems, with the yes or no. Spreading it out, you might need to work it a little bit to spread it completely out. If you like to spread your cards and pull that way, that does actually spread pretty decent. Considering they were just stuck together. Side shuffle. The Gilded Edge does absolutely help with longevity of a deck. And it also helps it shuffle really fluidly too. So that's what I'm seeing right here and feeling. Let's get one more. I just want to make sure we get a really good mixture. Let's see how it splits out in sections. As you work it, it probably won't stick as much together. If you like to pull the top or the bottom. Okay, let's see how our bridge shuffle works. We'll go both ways, since they do have a bit of curl to them still from the manufacture process. All right, not too bad. Holds well. It's not too stiff. Still pretty flexible. All right. I'm going to continue doing some side shuffle. I'm not going to do the reversal. We're just going to go ahead and read straight from the book as is, okay? And get you your guidance. Let's get the collective guidance, Spirit. Let's see. Who's a message for? Please and thank you. And you can pull this way too. That's how I like doing it. If it's a slightly larger deck, I just kind of like get in the center. Split the deck a little bit. We have communication. All right. from the beloved dead. So perhaps an ancestor or spirit is communicating with you, letting you know maybe communication is important at this time. Let's see. There we are. So here you are, minding your own business when someone says or does something, and now you must answer, or vice versa. Whether it's trivial, breaking news, a statement, or question, you quickly process this data. You synthesize the choice of words, tone, and unspoken body language and facial expressions. Different people trigger different responses. Some people automatically bring out the best in you, inspiring reason, trust, confidence, agreement. Others conjure the worst, provoking worthlessness, defiance, pig-headedness, suspicion, sycophancy. I think that's how you pronounce that correctly. Combustion. Ooh, great word. Why is this? Some stimuli can regress you back to a time in your past that makes you feel, think, and act like a feral kid. Then you speak. And how did that work for you? When communication appears, it wants to explore how you're relating to others in your life. According to Dr. Eric Berne, father of the theory of transactional analysis, there are 3 key ego states: parent, adult, and child, and you routinely shift between them. In a nutshell, the parent ego state is one of 2 voices. I'm the boss of you is learned from the adults around us who always say they know better. Orders and prohibitions punctuate this controlling voice. The voice says, don't, don't, never, always. Or this parent is the voice of the nurturer, enabler, protector, modeled by a caregiver with an open heart and sometimes no boundaries. The child ego state also has at least 2 voices. One that's adaptive, compliant, obedient, disciplined, apologetic, pleasing, and needy. Or one that's spontaneous, wild, creative, defiant, fiery, and in your face. This Pee Wee Herman ego state likes to whine, whinge, snort, giggle, throw tantrums. I don't care. No, you are. Get out of my face. Very cute. The adult ego state is rational, reasonable, non-threatened, and non-threatening voice, and it's firmly rooted in the here and now. It asks questions that engage. It begins a conversation with, in my most humble and not wildly me-based opinion, or I appreciate ... This is the healthiest, maturest voice. It gets the parent ego state off their perch and talks the child ego state off the ledge. Not only does it generate the most successful interactions, but it can also, by example, teach the reactive parent and child to behave. Our beloved debt of communication knows this will take work, but relationships can improve by developing an awareness of your own role in a transaction. Be mindful of your intent, which affects your words and tone, and keep looking for the mature response. It's the pattern breaker. So you may need to be in this energy in order to communicate with the situation at this time. Okay? There you go, guys. Hopefully you enjoy that. Somewhere there'll be the playlist. All right. Have a good one. Bye.